What's up, traders? It's TraderChamp. So let's have a look on the LOLC Finance. So today I picked up the daily time frame. So as we have seen that the market has created a downside momentum over the recent bullish trend. So this is just a correction that we are seeing right at the moment, right? So I believe that this is not a situation to get panic, and also I have mentioned multiple times with my previous analysis that the market is awaiting for a confirmation and also a good hope over the presidential election that is about to happen in the next month. And also we have the pending bullish month to be take over the market, so which is probably the September, right? So I have mentioned this about multiple times on my previous analysis, so I'm not going to drag this concept once again and also in depth. So let's have a look on the LOLC Finance and also its future possibilities. And also you are recommended to join in my premium club, as long as you will get my previous updates that I have done for the major counters that is listed on the Colombo Stock Exchange. So you will get a clear idea about the market performance and also the price action that is required to see over the counters, right? So here you will get a clear market commentary and with its future possibilities, so you can easily determine the market opportunities and also the price momentums that is about to happen in the future. So we have about nice updates done recently, so I recommend you guys to join in my premium club. And also I have left down the details about this on my description, so you can simply check out and also reach me out over the contact details I have left over the description, right? So let's move into the LOFC. So on the LOFC under the daily time frame, we have seen that the market has created a bullish trend, so which is we have taken up a nice rally to the upside, right? So even on our premium club, we have taken a nice entry on the LOFC. So we have accumulated about 80% gains over the last few weeks and months. So right at the moment we have already exit and realized our profits over the investments that we have done, right? So you can simply get my signals and the investment opportunities easily on our premium club. And also if we look over the price action, we can see that the recent bullish trend has got retraced back to the downside, right? So this is not a critical situation that you should worry about, as long as the price is just on a correction, right? So and also if we look over the price action, right, so here we can see that the market has created a nice support over here, right? So this is something I have done and analyzed previously, so here it will be very clear and also accurate with the analysis, right? So I have picked up the previous analysis that I have done, and also this trade setup and also the technical overview still remains valid. So let's discuss over the concepts that I have done over here, right? So at the moment this trend has already traced over the previous bullish trend, so which is this, right? So and also this bullish trend has been created with the demand zone and also the falling wedge pattern identified, right? So the falling wedge pattern has created a trend and also a upper boundary, so which the price has confirmed a bullish breakout over here, right? So with that bullish breakout, the investors sentiment or the bullish sentiment got increased, and that showed up a nice rally to the upside, right? So as long as the price confirmed the bullish breakout, we have seen that here this level has reacted as a major resistance and also a selling zone. So that's the case where we have seen the market sellers has got active once again, so where we have seen the sellers has taken over the buyers sentiment, and then we are seeing a retracement, right? So this is likely to create another market opportunity in the near future. And also if we look over the Fibonacci retracement, we can clearly identify that the market has retraced once again over 38% and also 50%, right? So which is now waiting for 61% to be achieved, but in here we can see that the market has created another minor support, right? So since we have a chance of seeing a bullish momentum over the demand zone, and also here we have the minor support identified, right? So here I'm expecting to see a trend that is going to be built, and also this can be accumulated or adjusted inside a bearish channel, and with a perfect or a clean breakout over this upper boundary, then we can start our investing on the LOFC Finance, right? So at the moment, the price has not yet confirmed any bullish breakout or a bullish confirmation that is valid for a bullish entry or investment opportunity to be identified, as long as we are waiting for the price to continue the bearish momentum to the downside, right? So since we are seeing that the market or the price still has a potential of revisit back to the following demand zone highlighted, right? So this will create another buying opportunity, as long as we have seen the multiple times of when the price hits this level. When the price hits this level, we have seen that the price has rejected and also showed up a nice bullish rally to the upside, right? So this means that the market opportunity is lying over this following demand zone. And also if we look closely over the price action, right, we also have a chance of seeing a downside momentum which has got invalidated previously, right? So here we can see that the price started respecting the demand zone, but over here we have seen a dump to the downside, right? So this can also happen on the LOFC, as long as the price is reacting over the fundamentals and also the market sentiment, right? So at the moment, what we have to look over the price and also the economical and the political factor is the market is right now waiting for the presidential race and for the results, right, as I have mentioned earlier, right? So if the market will not get a positive outcome of the presidential election, and then we have a chance of seeing a downside risk, right? So at that moment we may see a downside momentum by breaking below the demand zone, right? So this is where I say thoroughly that you should pay your attention over the price action, right? And also you should not just predict the market, right? So I have seen some people are predicting the market like it will fly over to the moon, right? So you can't just invest on the current market price, right? So you have to validate the confirmations and also the valid reasons behind the investments, right? So without that, it is not going to be a perfect investment opportunity, or it will not generate you a better outcome or a better result, right? So this is why we are being professional and also being analyzing the market for over the period. So we are taking the entries and the investments very carefully with a valid confirmation and also a valid reason, right? So here for the moment there is no valid confirmation that is convincing me personally right at the moment, as long as the price remains above here, right? So here we have no proper breakout confirmation or a bullish reversal identified. As long as the price remains here, we can't just predict or take up our investments, right? So I would like to say this to my premium club members as well. So if you are looking for the market opportunities on the counters or on to invest on the Colombo Stock Exchange, we can't just take up entries as we like, right? So we have to react over the price action, right? So you should keep in mind that we have to react over the price action, right? So we can't just predict the market, right? So assume that, right? So as for an example, if I say that to invest over here, right? So let's assume that I have sent a signal over here at the current market price to buy LOLC Finance, right? So at the moment when the price dumps, right, when the price started to dump to the downside, right, so it will create about a negative floating of let's say a negative floating of 30%, right? So will you be happy about my signal, right? So that's the question, right? So as you are rushing for investments and also the profits, let's assume that with your rush and also the hurry, I started giving up the signal as needed, right? As your request and also the pressure that is coming up. If I say to invest or suggest to invest right at the moment on the current market price, and when the market dumps back to the downside, right? So when the market or the price hits back to the downside or the support level identified, right? So we have a downside risk of 25 to 30% losses floating, right? So will you be happy about my signal, right? You will start blaming over me as long as the price and also the signal that I have given is not a valid one and also a perfect one, right? So this is why we have to be careful, right? So we can't just take entries and also the signals as we like, right? So we can't just fulfill our basic needs with the investments, right? This is basically a long-term approach, right? So you can't just fulfill your basic needs with investing on the stock market, right? So you have to be careful with the investments and also you have to look over the long-term perspective, right? So investing over here is not a valid reason right at the moment. So that's the case, we are out of trading or investing on the LOLC Finance right at the moment, right? So also for the short-term perspective or the short-term retail investors, you can also take up an entry like this, right? So let's assume that somewhere close to, let's see, so basically this is under the daily time frame, right? So if a short-term investor is looking for opportunities under the lower time frames, let's assume that with a breakout over here, right? So here we have a minor trend, so with a breakout they can take up an entry, right? So but they can't just target the highs that we are planning to achieve on our midterm analysis, right? So this is basically something that we should pay attention, right? So on the midterm analysis we can generate an ROI or a return on investment on average about 30 to 50%, right? So this is something which I have personally proven on my premium club and also which my premium club members has also got experienced and also got the results over the period, right? So you can't just invest on the stock market, especially like a situation on our country and also with our CSE, right? So we have less volume and also less reacting over the market sentiment, so we have to be careful with our investments. So this is something I wanted to share with my premium club members as well, since they are always looking for some opportunities to be created under the CSE, right? So market opportunities will not create as we need, right? So market opportunities will create as how it needs, right? So we have to react over the market, right? So we can't push or force the market to make moves as how we are required, right? So if you are looking to settle down your debts or if you're looking to settle down your payouts or whatever, right? So you can't just fulfill or accumulate the need or the required funds through your CSC or your investments on the stock market in the short run, right? So you have to be very careful with the investments and also you have to be thinking over the midterm analysis and also the under the long-term perspective, right? So and then you can have a good sum of money or profits based on the time, right? And also you have to be very patient to accumulate these opportunities, and also if you're trading personally and finding these opportunities on your own, and then you have to be careful with the opportunities that will be created under the markets, and also you have to be patient and also you have to build a portfolio with consistency, right? The consistency is the key to success, right? So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. So right at the moment, since the market has not yet confirmed any breakout or bullish valid reversal confirmation, so this is not a healthy position that you should invest, right? So you have to always look over the long term and also the short term time frames, and also you have to validate the confirmations that is required, and also since this is a minor resistance that is identified and also market has proven and also showed up that the market has also a possibility of showing a bearish reversal or breaking down to the downside, right? So that's the case, we are not risking any funds over here right at the market price as long as we have a downside risk, right? So if the price of LOLC Finance is required to revisit back on the following demand zone, and then we have a risk of showing up or seeing a negative floating over the investment. So that's the case, we wait patiently or in order to identify a breakout over the price action, right? So with that breakout, we can easily target the recent swing high that has been created over here, which is held up close to 7.5, and also the next possible target is going to be around 8.8 or somewhere close to on average 8, right? So these are the two targets that we can accumulate over the price action, but still we have no valid confirmations, and also we have to be patient about the market confirmations until we get the valid reasons and the valid confirmations, right? So if the market takes up the valid confirmation, then we can accumulate somewhere close to 30% or 35% on the first initial target, right? So on the next, we can accumulate about 50%, right? So this is a decent opportunity that if we can find out the best market confirmations before getting involved on the LOLC Finance, right? So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. So I believe that this analysis is useful, and make sure to thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel, and see you next time. Bye bye.